Few weeks ago, I made a video reminding people, especially true Arsenal fans, how our season ended in 2022-2023. 3 losses that cost us the league that season. One of them to West Ham at home, one of them to Fulham away, and the final nail in the coffin was the 0-2 loss to Aston Villa at home. I made that post specifically calling Arteta after we lost to Manchester United. But I don't see any difference from that team, from that performance to the performance. As a matter of fact, it seems like we actually got worse over the weeks. Back-to-back draws to Brentford and to the worst team in the land. This is an Arsenal rant. And if you love Arteta, or if you're one of those people who like to make excuses for people, you will not like this video. But guess what? I've been an Arsenal fan for over 25 years. I've seen the highs and the lows of this team. I've seen us make mistakes that cost us the league. But you see yesterday's loss? I have never seen any low moment like that since I've been a fan of this club. To be playing against the worst team in the Premiership, the worst team historically, a team that have only won 1 game in that stadium all season, and you're leading them by 2 goals, and the team came back to draw you when you are on top of the league. That is the lowest of the low that I've seen since I've been an Arsenal fan. Nothing can be worse than that. And I put no other blame on nobody else apart from our head coach and manager, Mikel Arteta. So if you're a Mikel fan, you can stop watching this because you're not going to like this post. Please hit the like button for me. Even though I'm angry, hit the like button for me and subscribe to this channel. I appreciate all of you. I mentioned 5 blocks this morning that will stop Arsenal winning the league. This is my opportunity to break those 5 blocks down. You can watch the other video. The mental block, the tactical block, the team selection block, the man management block, and finally, the game management block. 5 blockers that will stop Arsenal from winning titles under Arteta. Let's talk about the mental block. Arteta as a player saw a lot of heartbreaks with Arsenal coming close, but not getting over the line. Mikel Arteta never won the league for us. He never did. By the time Mikel joined the team, we stopped winning. He won some FA Cups for us. I mean, no doubt, he was a fantastic player. But when a player has seen a team fail so long and failure has become like part of them, it will take a breaking away from that mental state. It will take a lot of work inside of you for you to be able to bring your team into a different state of mind. Arteta has not done that. I saw fear on our boys. I saw confusion. I saw a lack of composure. I saw them being jittery when you are playing against the worst team in the land. I saw them losing possession. It was because the fear flows from the top down to the bottom, from the manager to the players, which is a shame. Arteta has not solved that mental problem. Fear. Fear of winning. But this one is actually fear of failure. You know, I don't mind somebody having a fear of winning because you are like telling yourself, I'm going to do it, but I'm just wondering how it's going to feel when I finally do it. But what I saw in our boys is a fear of failure. That's not fear of making it and not being able to handle the success that comes with it. The second, blocker that is blocking this team, of the 5 blockers I mentioned, is the tactical block. The tactical block. The over-control obsession of Mikel Arteta. Arteta wants to be ball dominant, but it's like motion without movement. You have so much control of the ball, but you are not doing anything tangible with it. Check our SG from yesterday's game. It wasn't even up to 1 playing against Wolves. How many chances did Arsenal create against Wolves? How many chances did we create against Brentford? How many chances did we create against Manchester United? How many chances did we create against Liverpool? How many chances did we create against Nottingham Forest? These are all the games we have dropped point this year. In 2026, we have only won two league games, and we have drawn 5 or 4, and then we lost 1. But it's the same thing over and over in all the games. The tactical blocker of Mikel Arteta is really manifesting on this team. 4-3-3 formation. He doesn't switch anything up. He doesn't give the opponent or the opposition different looks. They know how Arsenal is set up, so they set up a low block, and then you have to depend on set piece to be able to break those teams down. Nothing like pushing the team, pushing them such a way that they are worried that at the end of the day, somebody's going to make a mistake defensively for them. How many times does Arsenal press teams, even when the teams are afraid to come out to play against Arsenal? We will pass the ball around. Declan will pass to Zubimendi. Zubimendi goes to Gabriel. Gabriel will put the ball to Calafiori, and then we'll do the same thing again to Trossard. Then Trossard will give it to Saka, and then we're just in the same position, not necessarily moving the ball fluently. Number 3, the team selection blocker of Mikel Arteta is hampering this team. Let's be honest with ourselves. Let us be honest with ourselves. Mikel Arteta has gotten it wrong so many times in his team selection. It seems to me like Mikel listens to the fans. Some very notable voices, among Arsenal fans to pick his team. That's what it looks like to me. Because every time I watch some shows, the next thing I'm seeing is that our formation will look exactly like that. How can you trust Martinelli in the league when he has only scored 1 goal? Martinelli cost us against Nottingham Forest. He couldn't bury a very good chance, and he was wasteful throughout that encounter. Same thing yesterday. 2 opportunities to give us a chance to win. He was wasteful. What about against Brentford last week? 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. All you needed to do is to bury the opportunity and take 3 points. What did he do? Wasted opportunity. But Arteta will start him at the wrong game. Martinelli in cup competition has been fantastic, but in the league this season, no, is not. But yet you keep putting him in very important matches when we could have taken a major leap over Manchester City. We could have gone like about 9 or 10 points over City when you started him against Nottingham Forest. What happened? How about starting Zubimendi every time? Zubimendi has played too many matches for us. I'm going to talk about that in the man management, part. But why are you not selecting players that you paid money for? Don't you trust them, Mikel Arteta, to be able to start a game for us? I'm not talking about those who have had opportunities upon opportunities, but they never took advantage of it. You have given some players less opportunity in this team, and I don't understand why. Which takes me to the next point, which is the man management portion. Arteta benched Eze just immediately after Eze made a mistake against Aston Villa. And look at the way Eze is playing lately. Look at what he's doing with Nogard. Nogard was a captain of Brentford. This guy was a captain of a Premiership side that is currently 7th on the table. But he has not been able to manage him effectively. Now, what happens if Zubimendi gets injured? Now you will throw the guy into the line of fire when you have not been given him playing time in the Premiership. The only time Arteta plays Nogard is in the cup competitions. How is that so? A guy that you bought to come and act as backup for Zubimendi, but you are not even giving him playing time. I mean, look at Nogard against Wigan. He was the man of the match in that game, but yet he could not even get 10 minutes of action against Wolves, the worst team in the Premiership. It is because of the faulty man management of Arteta. How is Nogard on the bench for 90 minutes in a game where Zubimendi was struggling? Which takes me to the last and the final point, which is the game management of Arteta, which is the 5th blocker. Arteta's game management is whack. I'm sorry to say. It's either he's making substitution late or he's making it too early. Even he made 4 substitutions in one match, which communicate panic. Was it when we played against Man United? I don't even remember the game. Where he brought in 4 players at once. 4. I haven't seen where teams play 4 players at once. 4 substitutions at once. That means you got your team selection wrong. That's what you are communicating to all of us. For you to change 4 players at 50-something minutes, that means you did not pick your best player to start that game. Mikel Arteta, you are killing us. We are tired. We have had faith in you, but now our confidence is so low that I don't know what is going to bring it back. The game management of Mikel is very poor. Timber should not have finished yesterday's game. The guy was completely rattled. He was not himself. It may be fitness issue, it may be loss of form, but for Christ's sake, you have Ben White on the bench who played well against Wigan, and you never made that substitution. You also have what's his name? Nogard, that could have come in for Zubimendi, that was gassed in yesterday's game. He was just throwing careless passes every minute, him and Timber, and you never made that substitution. You left Martinelli on the field for 90 minutes when he was one of our poorest players on that field yesterday. How is that so? How is that so? Should he have even started the game in the first place? Talking about team selection blocker. Should he have started? But now you've started him, and look at how we are paying the price. I am freaking disappointed in Mikel Arteta, and I don't think he should remain as our coach if we don't win the Premier League this season. I'm sorry to say. I like him as a person, but it's not the one to get us there. We need an experienced hand if we cannot win the league this season. His game management is horrible. Horrible. Atrocious. Unacceptable to me. Mikel, you can't be our coach next season if we don't win the league this season. This is my position. This is where I stand. Thank you for watching. Kindly like, subscribe, and I appreciate all of you. I hope Arsenal wins this league. But if we don't win, this is on Mikel.